welcome back to episode 3. Dad, what are you looking at today?
I'm looking at a window that we need to refix.
Yep, and what are we going to look at today? The brakes
We're
and
going
the
to look
fuel
at
tank?
the brakes and if we get to it, the fuel tank. We got the parts for the fuel tank, everything except the fuel pump. Well, it's time to check the fuel tank and see if we have any leaks. So we're going to give her a shot here and let me show you what I've done. I got the fuel tank set up, and of course we have all cleaned it. And what I've done here is I've just put a hose on here and doubled it over and put a wire tie on it, same as the big one here, just to close them off. And then I've put a hose on it with a gauge and something allowing me to put a little air in there. So now we're going to put a little air in there and see what happens. We're not going to put much in there, and it won't take much. And of course I have a bottle of just soapy water, and we're going to spray this thing down and see if we have any leaks. There we go. I've got about 2 psi on it, and it seems to be leaking. I think it's leaking out of this. Yeah, it's leaking there. But we're looking for a leak someplace else on this tank, so what a mess over here, huh? And of course the leak we have there would be the old rubber seal. That's why that's leaking. Well, I don't see any leaks other than at the sending unit, which is kind of what I would expect. Well, it's time to take a look at the brakes. So we're going to take the drums off. And I know these brakes are awfully tight. It's not overly tight, but I can tell the brakes are rubbing. So we're going to try to get this off. It may not, if there's a lot of wear inside here, it may not come off without me going in and backing off the brake adjuster. But we're going to try first. So let's see if this thing is going to come off.
Looks like it's Ooh! I did it! So where are the shoes?
These are the shoes right here. This is material that's bonded to the steel. Okay, it's glued on there. Years ago they were riveted, but today they glue them on. And then this would be the other. This would be called the primary. This would be called the secondary, okay? Right in here, there's a little lever. I'll get some of the cobwebs out of here. This little lever, oh, and it's missing a part too. This little lever comes down like this when you're backing up. If you back this vehicle up, this thing will come down, and as it comes down, it will turn this wheel. And as it does that, it spreads these shoes out. But the brakes look just excellent in here. But this looks real good. One of the things that I've noticed on this vehicle since I've been working on it is that the gentleman that owned it before, he really tried to do the right thing on these brakes. I mean, I can just tell when I'm underneath it. This vehicle belonged to somebody that cared for it.
That one good too? Is that the spring you said the other one was missing?
Yeah. Maybe what we can do is we can show that. Look at the crap in here though, huh?
So what is that? What, is it broken? Oh,
Yeah.
it's all cracked.
All right, one of the things we wanted to find on this thing is where the master cylinder is. And typically the master cylinder is underneath the hood. Well, the little van doesn't have a hood. So we come to the inside, and the master cylinder is under the floorboard. So we lift this up, all right, and that is the master cylinder. Now, one of the things that I'm a little concerned about is this vehicle is prior to a dual master cylinder. So we have to make sure that the brakes are in really good shape and that the emergency brake works. In case there would be a failure here, you could use the emergency brake. Now the emergency brake cable brake on this one is right here, okay? This is and it's just a handle that pulls out. And I don't believe it works. So we're gonna make that work because it's kind of important. If you don't have this feature, they were counting on you to be able to use this, which is strictly mechanical. There's no hydraulic on it at all.